So today we've got some 36 International parts in the booth. These are going to be Victory Red. We've got the tailgate, the doors, and the hood in this batch. And this car, or this truck actually, we're not doing panel to panel. We're not doing any of that sort of thing. The customer is basically bringing in pieces as he goes. He brings in a batch of parts, we get them done, he brings another batch, and this is just a straight red. Nothing, we're not worried about metallic orientation. You can see I've got the doors hanging from the hinge side of things, and I'm not worried about that at all right now because this is a solid red. We're not worried about metallics matching and panel painting. Not worried about color match, so we are getting ready to get some AP 5511 sealer down on these. This is an epoxy sealer that we're going to use, really similar to DPLV, but now we are using the Alpha line, so we're using AP 5511. Get some sealer down on this stuff. So right now I have all my panels clean. I'm getting ready to spray my sealer. I'm going to use a Iwata LPH 400 with a orange cap. It's one of my favorite guns for just about everything. But we're gonna get ready to spray some sealer on this, but before I even tack my panels, what I like to do is come across and just act like I'm spraying this. Especially in those louvers and things, anything that's in there will blow out before I tack it, and then we can go on to sealer. We've given this about an hour flash time. So you can see that sealer laid out real nice and clean. So we are going to use an Omni base on this because the owner has already painted some of the small pieces of this, the pieces that don't really require body work and whatnot. So we are kind of stuck with using the paint that he used just to ensure that everything matches. So we're using MBC Omni. Now I've got 3 coats of base on. Now what I'm going to do is go around with the sun gun with the lights off, and I'm going to check over edges, pockets, things like that, make sure everything is covered, make sure all our edges are covered, down in our grooves and things, the weather strip grooves, everything's covered, down in the louvers, around the handles there, all the tricky areas. And the reason we shut the lights off is that you're going to see a lot more of that kind of stuff when you have light coming from one direction. If I have all the lights on in the booth, I can't see nearly as good as far as all the nooks and crannies and down in the pockets because there's so many reflections coming from every direction. So using one light really helps a lot with seeing what you got and if you're completely covered. So today we're using the Alpha AC 4521. This is my new favorite clear. I was really stuck on 5700 for a while, but after using this a few times, I really like the way it lays out. You can stack it just like you can 5700. It polishes a little better than 5700. It's a higher solids content. I just starting to like this a lot more, so this is kind of what we're going to. This is going to be our the clear that we're basically using exclusively on everything, AC 4521. So let's go get it. 3 coats of AC 4521 down on everything in here. Laid out real nice. Nice and flat, everything looks nice and straight. So we're gonna give this a week or so. We're gonna bake it with the infrared light. Give it a week or so, and then we're gonna cut and polish.